Hours of new video, piles of new files and recordings, and endless new plot lines in the case against Casey Anthony. I'm Cale Raymaker.
And I'm Amy Caulfield. Fox 35 has spent the day pouring through a new batch of evidence, finding every new angle you need to know. That includes the interview with the deputy who was supposed to check out something strange in the woods near the Anthony home back in August. That was months before cops found Kaylee's body there. We also have the hidden camera video of investigators trying to figure out whether Casey's brother was working with them or against them. And the biggest angle, Casey's reaction to her arrest on those murder charges. First on Fox, Holly Bristow digging into Casey's fascinating police interview tonight. Holly?
Well, Amy, I watched this DVD. It was nearly 2 hours, and Casey Anthony didn't seem to have a worry in the world as she sits there alone by herself, or even when she's sitting in a room talking to one or two investigators at a time.
I know that didn't look good.
Casey Anthony is talking about the last time she left her attorney's office a free woman on October 14th. A few cars try to shield her mother's car, which she is riding in from the media, but it doesn't work.
Holly will never get another exclusive.
What she didn't know, investigators also followed behind them. They thought she tried to make a run for it. Casey Anthony says that's not the case.
We figured going through the airport, it's restricted airspace, so they can't take the helicopters through.
Casey Anthony appears comfortable with investigators while she's waiting for her attorney.
It's been a long day.
It has been.
How was my dad this morning?
He had a hard time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I only saw from the media and got a chance to hear him talking to my mom. I spoke to him last night and this morning for just a quick second before he left, so.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning for a little bit. He was with Mark, and yeah, he was really struggling. I mean, you can imagine he was having a hard time. He was being called in to essentially provide testimony to indict you. You anxious about today?
I have been.
And Casey Anthony tells this investigator she knew murder charges were coming since her first arrest in July, but insisted that October afternoon that her daughter Kaylee was still alive.
I, as a mom, I know in my gut there's the feeling as a parent, you know certain things about your child, you can feel that connection. And I still have that feeling, that presence. I know that she's alive.
Now, Casey Anthony goes on to question what kind of evidence investigators actually have against her and asks, it says they may even be speculating. Now, the FBI agent makes it very clear she would not be sitting in the sheriff's office charged with first-degree murder if they didn't have a body for proof, which they did not have at the time, and if they did not have substantial evidence against her. Cale?
Holly, thank you. I'll take it from here. You can watch that entire video on myfoxorlando.com. We are just scratching the surface here. We also got a batch of new pictures from Casey's computer and other places. This one shows Casey and her daughter Kaylee playing. Kaylee is wearing the same shorts in this picture that investigators say they found with her bones. Well, this one shows some of the junk that police found in Casey Anthony's car. Lots of dirty food wrappers and a pizza box. Casey's mother famously called 911 saying that the car smelled like a dead body, but later she blamed it on the stench of rotten pizza. And one last picture of the gas can that was hauled out of the Anthony family home after cops found Kaylee's body. You'll notice a patch of duct tape on this gas can. Investigators say it is the same brand of duct tape that was found on Kaylee's skull.